Welcome back. This is episode 5 of season 12 of Heartland, titled Change of Heart. Georgie recruits Wyatt to help bring a famed trick rider back together with her long-lost horse. So that's going to be interesting. You know, I think she and Wyatt are probably going to get back together. Maybe not. But, you know, it seemed a little pointless to have them date for like 1 or 2 episodes and then break up if there isn't going to be a resolution. I know sometimes it happens, and especially with teenagers, you know, sometimes they are in love with someone one day and then the next day hate their guts. But, you know, she lasted longer with Adam, and I liked her with Adam. I don't think Dylan's out of the picture. I think we're going to see him again. Maybe he is. Maybe he was just kind of a little distraction to get her and Wyatt to break up. But I kind of think we're going to see him again. And it will be interesting to see if he confesses that he likes her, because I think he does. You know, I think he does like her. And I think he was a bit jealous that she was with Wyatt. So, but I do like her with Wyatt, and I hope that they get back together. And so maybe this will kind of be a start, because I know, you know, that they were talking about with being friends and everything. And I'm like, So yeah, I hope it means that they will get back together. And maybe this will be the start. Let's get started. Hi, pretties. Look at those bays. My friend Susan was always a horse girl. I should ask her if she watches the show. Oh, the kid is back.
Seatbelt. Hey, you want to leave for work already?
I'm glad that Ty kept that. Because what I was saying is, yeah, you could use that for work and some other things, but then they could have their other truck. Because it's like, he's very, I mean, I get it, you know, it's a single mother, so he's very, I don't want to say obsessed with his mother, but kind of obsessed, you know? But, you know, the thing, when Jack was talking about the birdhouse, he was kind of smiling about it. And when he mentioned to Luke no phones at the table for dinner, he was like, you know, he did say sorry. He did seem apologetic, you know. Change of pace from earlier when they were out trying to inoculate the horses. But even at first he seemed fine. It was when the horse kind of spooked a bit that spooked him that then like his attitude changed. People who do stuff like that are great. I had once considered Big Brothers Big Sisters, but I was like, you know what? I don't have the patience for it, because I'd get some unruly kid and that would be it. They'd come here, maybe they'd spend like an hour and I wouldn't be able to handle it. So people who can do stuff like that, kudos to you. You guys have all my respect. I know, like I said, I would not be able to do that. I do not have the patience. I do not have the patience for kids, even just regular kids, you know? It's bad enough I got to deal with these guys. But these guys I chose. But yeah, it's just, and then, you know, you have a kid like Luke, and obviously he isn't very forthcoming on everything. It's just, I'm actually kind of surprised that he's staying there in the loft. I mean, I know he's Amy and Ty's responsibility, but I'm kind of surprised he's there in the loft and not in the guest room there at Heartland. Like that cold, hard exterior just kind of went like that, you know. Now she showed up, and of course, first thing was she smiled as soon as she saw Boots, and now she's like, you want to ride him? So now, of course, she's going to be better. And Boots obviously was depressed because he misses her. So I'm wondering if they're going to get Boots back for her. And again, as I said, even with the tragedy, that doesn't give you a right to be shitty to other people, you know? And she walks in there and she's all rude about, like, you know, I don't care, and, you know, oh, I just want to eat peace and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but you have a fan there. Just suck it up, you know? That's one thing that has always bothered me about celebrities. It's like they want so much to become famous, and then when they become famous, they act like it's the biggest burden ever. And I do agree that, if people are, that you should be respectful of people, and if they're, like maybe out having a meal, let them be. But I would think if they're coming into a restaurant or leaving a restaurant, that would be okay to approach at that point. But if they're sitting there having a meal, let them have the meal. Unless, of course, they show that they are open and welcome to, talking to people and autographs and stuff. So, I mean, there does have to be a fine line. But, George, there in Hudson, they don't get many celebrities. So Georgie was excited, and she shouldn't have acted the way she did. She shouldn't have been that rude bitch.
I'll understand if she does. Because you are impossible.
I'll pick the rest of my stuff up later.
I mean, Jack is...
I can't imagine that happening to Phoenix.
But like I said, I would have called her on it before when she had talked about meddling. But then, she walked up to Jack and shook his hand, saying it's been too long. So obviously then they do know each other. And they probably met, in the rodeo.
Aaron, all the time.
Yeah, new bottle.
What are you saying? Okay, well,
Tried to make amends, at least.
see ya.
I think he was waiting, hoping that Jack would change his mind. Jack is so incredibly stubborn. Like how his mom can't take care of him.
Are you talking about Betty or?
Let me know and I'll pick you up. The kid might like going to the... Now there's going to be...
Oh, thanks for coming, Jade.
Yeah, right. What's going on?
That's cool though. They get some hands-on experience. They get to learn a bit, and it helps kind of change them and soften them. And obviously, it's proven successful because I believe they said all the way back in season 1 that Ty was not the first, that they had done that before, because it seems like Jack already had it established. But offering Jade a full-time babysitting position, she turned it down, so it makes you wonder who they're going to get now. And look at Luke, to babysit Lindy, because they said it was pretty typical, You got, even though Ty has cut back his hours at the clinic, he's still, he and Amy are still the kind of, they still have a lot of stuff and everything to do. So she said about coaching, and I'm thinking, so I'm guessing she'll coach temporarily until the concussion is all the way healed, and then she'll probably get back to bronc riding. But yeah, she didn't have to quit. She could have just taken it easy, like Tim said, show people that injuries are a part of it. But you fall off, you get back on. That's what they say. I hope you enjoyed my reactions to episode 5. If so, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And if you can, please support me and buy me a coffee. I will give you a shout out in a future video. And also a shout out goes to my editor. Her link is in the description. Reach out to her for your editing needs. I'll see you for episode 6. Bye.